Did a nice job there of not overreacting and slamming on the brakes. I'm speaking of the 22 car. They got a little wide getting down in the corner. Able to hold on to second. Here comes Matt Kenseth, though.
Kenseth through Chase Elliott, trying to get through Ryan Blaney.
Team and Matt Kenseth, this 20. I was speaking to him in between the sessions yesterday, and he was not happy at all with his car. So they've made a lot of good things happen to him, getting that group, making some good changes for him, because he said it was doing nothing that he wanted it to do.
It slipped a little bit off turn 2, and Chase Elliott's going to get that position, possibly. But Matt's not ready to give it up yet. No choice.
So Kenseth back to 4th. Kevin Harvick there right behind him in 5th. And then nice move up by Elliott Sadler and Regan Smith. Trouble in turn 1. Got a car up in smoke. 87 car of Josh Rayon.
Come on, boys.
They just pushed him back to the pit area during that last
Oil pressure. 20 pounds.
Well, make that 3rd caution of the race out. And Rayon will join the list of those out of the race. He was in 33rd position at the time it went boom.
You saw it start to give up on the straightaway. See a whole lot of oil coming out from underneath the car, so maybe it didn't make too big a mess.
We can hope not. Mentioned quickly, Cale Conley got the free pass at the caution for the Chad Boat problem, and now this one is going to be Dylan Kwasniewski getting back on the lead lap of the 16th place car. Nationwide series, number of times you can change tires limited by rules, so I don't really believe we're going to see any leaders in here. I was just mentioning when the problem happened, nice move up in the opening laps by both Elliott Sadler and Regan Smith, a couple of the drivers in the top 4 of the championship who did not qualify as well as they would have wanted to.
Yeah, Sadler had driven his way up inside the top 10, and then his pit crew did a really nice job of getting him on and off the pit road to move up.
And no takers up front. Yellow flag doubled up for the restart, and coming to the green flag in tonight's NASCAR Nationwide Series 250 lapper, Kyle Busch has led all of the laps so far in this one. Ryan Blaney has run second for about all of the laps in this one. They are doubled up here on the front row one more time. Sadler, 5 and 11. That's for 5th place. Trouble backstretch. Jeffrey Earnhardt, Jeff Green.
Clear to roll down right there.
Not often you see him wreck on the straightaway, but it happens, and it just did.
We'll see it happen a little bit more here, too. They kind of get bottled up off of turn 2, then it carries on down the straightaway. Usually somebody not realizing that somebody's either to their outside or something like that and creates an accident. We'll see what happened with this one.
Well, they were back there racing pretty hard.
Racing for 26th place, a lap down. Each of them. And
yeah, you're going to see Jeff Green right here. They were 3 wide coming off of turn 2.
Joey Gase 52 in the middle there.
Looks like he ran out of room.
That'll happen on the short track and 3 wide.
Well, that was unfortunate for Jeff Green.
He was in a position, thought he was just going to try to make a pass there on the outside.
Well, he didn't have any place to go because that wall was there.
Yep.
He had no more room to give anybody. So, tough break there. Puts us under the 4th yellow flag already in this one. Not even to halfway. And you see some liquid dropped from behind one of those 2 cars as they can. I think it's the Earnhardt car because the streak continues all the way into the Nationwide Series garage where he's taken that 4 machine.
Yeah, like a broken oil cooler or oil line. See, that's what that is, engine oil going all the way to the garage area.
So
that's a big mess.
Going to add to the cleanup here for a minute. And add to the attrition list, Jeff Green. So just thinking back to what I said earlier after the first caution, I'll call this yellow fever.
And steamy day in Richmond. But as the lights started to come on, the sun went down. It has turned into a gorgeous night. Perfect for little Friday night lights at the racetrack.
Oh, no.
That is where you will find us, just a little bit outside from the city of Richmond at Richmond International Raceway. After 96 laps, it is Kyle Busch, the pole sitter, who is still leading the way. Hello from inside the Quicken Loans ESPN pit studio. I'm Nicole alongside Rusty and Brad. We started out earlier in Countdown by talking about Kevin Harvick, who has been so good at this racetrack. Though tonight, he started 15th, and he's not as far up to the front as what you expected.
Yeah, I really thought that he would get to the front quicker. He's picked up 9 positions right now, but he's every single lap he's gained a little bit more and more. But I'm used to Harvick being real aggressive, knocking him off pretty quick. This is his favorite racetrack, but obviously that car's off just a little bit. But his protege that he's been teaching all year long, Chase Elliott, runs a solid 3rd. And what about Blaney? We've talked about the young guys in our show, Brad.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
Blaney's looking great. He's doing a good job keeping that 2nd position. But I think Kevin Harvick's playing a little possum with him. Last week we saw him lead all those laps and couldn't get it home. I think he's laying back a little bit, just massaging on his old race car. When that checkered flag falls, you watch for that 5 car.
Just saw the first round of pit stops. The tire, it's a different tire this race than it was in the spring. What do you think of what they brought to the track this time?
Well, it looks like what Andy was talking about, the tire laying rubber down to the racetrack. It looks like it's doing a good job doing that. As a short tracker, though, at heart, I looked at that tire. It's got a lot of grain to it, a kind of a funny shape looking to the tire. So it shows me that it's sliding across the racetrack quite a bit. But all in all, it's doing a pretty good job out there. I think Goodyear's pretty happy so far.
I think Kyle Busch has the tire figured out. I think the rest of the field, as we go on throughout the night, they get a little bit more rubber down, a little bit more laps on these tires. They'll get a better understanding. They need a couple of more adjustment periods to get their machines right.
97 laps complete. Pit road is open. Any takers? Leaders not coming. So that gives us a chance to take one more break, because when we come back, the fast short track action that is Richmond. Don't go anywhere.
At A&W, we've changed our eggs. Let's see what people think. Do you like eggs?
I love eggs.
Take a look at that. Wow. The big change with the eggs is that our hens are fed a vegetarian diet without animal byproducts.
Oh, nice.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Is this news to you?
You don't generally think of fast food restaurants as caring about those kinds of things.
How do they taste?
Good.
Just terrific.
I'm impressed.
I think it'll make a difference. It would for us.
Give me 5. Nice. I got an egg. It's an eggy 5.
Come see for yourself at A&W.
Lap and a half from a restart here at Richmond International Raceway. Quick check-in with our ESPN in-race reporter, Brian Scott, who's running 8th.
Hey, Brian, Dale Jarrett, have a second talk.
Go ahead, Dale.
Okay, Brian, hey, how about the racetrack here? Have you seen anything that surprises you to this point?
I see the groove moving higher and higher. It looks like on old tires. Right now we're fighting, and it looks like everybody's fighting to drive off. It's just hard to hook up our rear tires, so we're making some adjustments in the pits. Try to get the Smoky Mountain Chevrolet a little better. Hopefully we'll start making the charge to the front here.
Okay, thanks for talking. Good luck.
Brian and the rest of the field getting the 1-to-go signal. Trevor Bayne coming around to rejoin the lead lap. Free pass recipient on this caution, Doc.
Yeah, damage to the nose. They put a patch in the nose and went down on the track bar on the right side. Trevor said it's turning better in the middle, but still no drive off, so they made the adjustment. No tire change, but put a patch. You see the left front part of the nose there where he had contact with the 43 on the restart.
So Trevor in 17th position. Brian Blaney and company strategizing restarts.
Kyle's so unpredictable on these restarts, so it makes him pretty good. He was real slow last time. He'll change his speed, go in different spots. Just be, be aware it's going to be something different this time. Yeah, I know. Simple.
Little jam up off turn 2. Look at him scatter.
They did a nice job of nothing happening to this point.
Chase Elliott, Matt Kenseth for 3rd place.
Kevin Harvick able to take the 5th spot away just behind them from Elliott Sadler.
Matt's hanging in there on that outside lane.
Yeah, really seeing that outside, that 2nd and even 3rd group starting to work quite well now.
Right there. Yeah, you can see the 9 car struggling late exit with the rear grip. Now he's going to swap over, try that high lane on the mat. See, it's slipping the rear tire still, the 9 car is.
And when you're in that situation, you have to be really careful because you can heat up those tires in trying to make that drive. You know, for a couple of laps, he really tried to make that happen.
And Matt's car got a little bit out of shape right there.
So Kenseth 3rd, Elliott 4th, Harvick 5th, Elliott Sadler behind them in 6th. That big jam up you saw for turn number 2, there are a few cars that are out of sequence on pit stops. After Dylan Kwasniewski got the free pass at lap 84, he pitted and got fresh tires at lap 87. Landon Castle there in the 0-1 pitted under this caution and got fresh tires at lap 98. So those guys are trying to make their way through. Dakota Armstrong also has fresher tires. He pitted on this last caution. They're trying to make their way through some of the guys that are out there on older rubber. Watch this.
Yeah, that could have been big.
Yeah, that's just good, hard, short track racing there, trying to get all that they could on that restart, knowing how important that is. They all did a nice job of saving them, even though they were looking at the infield.
That's never a good thing, is it?
No, not usually.
Regan Smith in the 7, running in 11th place. Dale Conley behind him in the 33, the youngster from West Virginia. Got a free pass back on the 2nd caution back at lap 72 to get back on the lead lap. Remember the opening run of the race, if you weren't with us earlier, caution free after a quick yellow at lap 2.